Welcome to Cigars and Hip Hop. A show about hip hop during its golden age era.
Turn my mic on.
We'll also be discussing cigars and drinks that we enjoy during the discussion.
What's in your cup but you be smoking up.
And now, let's get on with the show.
Man, I remember going to Carnaval. When I used to go to Carnaval. A lot of crazy shit. You see a lot of crazy shit.
You see a lot of crazy shit down there, dude.
You see a lot of people looking just to get into some shit.
Yep.
That go down there.
Yep.
It's crazy. Yeah. I stopped going. The last time I went was like in 2009 or 10, right before I met my wife. I was just going down there with some friends or whatever, but I was just like, I can't do this. There's too many people. You can't get a full, like for me, if I'm in like big places, I need to know like what's behind me, what's in front of me, what's on side of me. Like
where's the nearest exit?
Yeah, it's not that I'm a troublemaker or anything. It's just more of like exit strategies.
If trouble happens, you ain't got to even be involved, but you want to know. It's always an innocent person that gets hurt.
Right, exactly. And knowing me, exactly. It's probably gonna be me.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, yeah, that was like the last time I went. Like,
I'm with you. I told my wife the next Carnival I'm going to is gonna be in fucking Brazil.
Yep.
I go to that one.
For real.
But I mean. It's just not even safe. There's a lot of knuckleheads down there looking for trouble.
Yep.
It's just, it's crazy, man. But again, I blame a lot of it on entertainment because these youngsters look at this shit like what we talking about, the beefs and whatsoever, and they vibe off of that shit.
Right.
Dude, I get so fucking sick of seeing, different posts of people talking shit about this artist and that art. I mean, man, back in the day, you had. Let's just say a beef, Kool Moe Dee and LL. They wasn't shooting at each other.
Right.
They wasn't, their beef was on vinyl.
Yeah.
They, talked a good shit. I still LL won, my opinion. Some people say Kool Moe Dee won. But they just talked this shit and now they friends.
Right.
They cool.
Well, that was the difference, right? Like they were able to at some point, yeah, your pride gets hurt. And like Kool Moe Dee didn't like what happened to him, because I agree he lost that battle, but it was like I was watching another video where they were talking to one of the outlaws. I think it was
Idi Amin.
No, I think it was Gaddafi. Not Gaddafi, because he passed away. Napoleon.
Okay.
This is before. So Napoleon's no longer in the music business. He's He's found religion. He's a Muslim now.
No, really?
So he lives in Saudi Arabia now.
No shit.
Yeah. So he lives out there, but he's still in contact with the living members of the Outlaws, which is Young Noble, Idi Amin,
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi passed away. Fatal passed away. God, I can't remember the other guy's name. Castro. But yeah. Castro doesn't. I don't think he fucks with the Outlaws anymore. At least I haven't seen anything. But in any case, right? I was watching an interview with Napoleon, and this is before Napoleon. This is like early 2000s, mid 2000s, and he was talking about how he ran up on Haitian Jack,
Man, I fuck with Haitian
who
Jack.
Tupac had beef with, and Haitian Jack was explaining to him. He was like. Because basically it was Haitian Jack's people that robbed and shot Tupac
at the studio.
At Quad Studios, which Biggie was at.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Haitian Jack? No, I'm sorry. It was Tretch. It was an interview with Tretch. Okay. That's what I was watching. And then they cut to Napoleon's thing. But in any case, sorry. So Napoleon was talking about how he and some of the outlaws ran up on Haitian Jack and was like, yo, I heard you got beef with Pac. This is after Pac had passed away. He's like, I heard you got beef with my dude. And you were the reason why. So. And Haitian Jack, for whatever his flaws are in life, and other people got beef with him about other shit, but obviously like Tupac had said that he was a snitch, that he was working for the feds, whatever. But Haitian Jack was like, I didn't shoot Tupac that first time. I didn't rob him, and I never gave the order to rob him. Mm-hmm. Who robbed him were people that loved me, and didn't like that he was talking shit about me. He's like, I never told them to do this, and I didn't. And I told them, and then I forgot what he said, but he was like, basically, I didn't have anything to do with it. I had no knowledge of this. And
his partners was like, your enemies is our enemies.
Right, exactly. And it's kind of like what you're saying. It's like, these kids love this guy so much that they're willing to, go that route for him, even though he didn't. And I've watched interviews where like E40 has said the same thing about like when they held Biggie, when they hijacked Biggie in Sacramento. His E40's like, I didn't tell them to do this, but they love me, so they're gonna do this because they're gonna ride for me no matter what.
Exactly.
So it's and it's kind of just going back to what you're saying about like, people look for the trouble, and then they want it to look favorable so that people will take care of them. But it's like in the long run, you're really only hurting the person that you're trying to help. You're ruining certain business for them at some point, right? So
yeah, I mean, look at we ain't got Biggie no more, and we ain't got Pac no more.
We ain't got.
I mean,
missing a lot of people.
Two huge pillars in the rap game. And missing a lot of people behind some dumb shit.
Yep.
And it's sad, man. It's fucking sad. And it's just evolved. And I hope it goes back to where it used to be, but just even the beefs, some of the shit. What was I watching? I was watching, I forget, it was 50, 50 Cent, he's the king of beef.
Man, that guy is
He was talking shit about somebody. I forget who it was, but that little Rainbow Bright dude.
Oh, 6ix9ine?
Yeah, he got on the Instagram feed and said, "Oh man, I love beef. How can I get involved in this?" And I mean, it wasn't even none of his business. Whatever the reason was.
Right.
But these kids just see this shit and they feed off of the negativity. Do some shit. Do some positive shit.
Well, that's the thing is like the positivity doesn't sell records, right? Like
that's true.
Like I just saw 50 Cent bought out the first 200 seats at Ja Rule's concert.
So won't nobody be there. That's fucked up.
Like at some point, man, it's like I get it. It was cool in the early 2000s. You were trying to rip out this dude's heart. You already did that.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. What significance right now does Ja Rule have? Where does he lay?
Right.
In the hip hop line.
Yeah.
He ain't on nobody's top 10.
Right. I mean, he did the same thing for Ashanti. He bought out like Ashanti, like they had to cancel her concert because not enough people bought tickets to her concert, and then he went out and bought all the ticket, like a bunch of tickets and stuff. And I'm like, man, like I get it. You're the king.
He's the king of petty.
You're the king of trolling, pettiness. Like we get it now, but at this point, it's like he's pushing. What he's got to be pushing close to 50. Like, bro, you're already living. He has that show. Power is doing amazing.
Oh, that shit is dope.
Like. You got that going, bro. Like, just live your best life. Like, maybe you are living your best life already. He gets to wake up every morning and not go to work.
Some people just cannot function without some type of negativity or some type of conflict going on, dude.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that's just at this
shit
point.
is childish.
Yeah. At this point, it's just like, really, bro. You basically ripped away Ja Rule's career.
Destroyed it.
You took away his career.
Murder Inc. dead.
Yeah.
Even though that was the feds.
Right.
But still, 50 had a lot to do with just, discrediting them on a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah. It's like, and the weird thing is too, it's like the music they made, yeah, sure, it was chart great. Irv Gotti had at least 3 songs on the top 100.
Yeah, but true, like, Cass is gonna be bumping 50 driving down the street,
right?
Ain't gonna be bumping no
Ashanti and Ja Rule.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree. It's just I don't know. I feel bad because, I respect, like Irv Gotti's one of those people that I really respect as far as like his knowledge of hip hop and what he contributed to hip hop and everything. Like he gave us DMX, he gave us all these great Jay-Z songs and all this other stuff. But man, it's like 50 Cent just.
I think that's bullshit because, at least it bothers me a lot because I'm thinking, there's hip hop is a space that it's like a pie. Everybody should be able to get a piece of that pie. Why would you be fucking with other people who are trying to get a piece of that pie?
Because you're petty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right?
You got to give it to 50 Cent though. because he petty as fuck. But some of that shit is funny as hell, dude.
It is.
Right, well,
When that
that's
motherfucker
his
said
opinion.
he was gonna donate if Floyd Mayweather could read a Cat in the Hat book,
Yeah.
dude, I damn near spit up. That shit was just, I mean, just some of, that's the type of shit when, you know, in everybody crew, it's always one dude that could just, we call it capping or roasting, but could just always talk shit and just make you feel hella bad. But you kind of fed off of that. You would always be in a circle and be like, man, I hope he don't fuck with me this time. I hope.
Right.
And that's how 50 is over the industry. Everybody's kind of like, I hope he don't fuck with me this time.
Right.
You know, he's basically like a verbal bully
Right.
that just could talk some shit, but instead of people feeling sorry for you, they gonna laugh at you first.
Right.
And then they gonna see, you know, oh, you fell. It was funny at time, but are you okay now?
Yeah, but 50 Cent's not one of those bullies where, like, if you hit him in the mouth, he's gonna stop. If you try to hit him in the mouth, he's gonna come back and hit you in the mouth.
Yeah.
So that's that. Yeah, it's just I don't know.
You
Like,
gotta love him. You gotta love him. He's something.
yeah, I was like, damn, you're still just killing Ja.
I still go on YouTube and look at the latest 50 Cent shit. I look at his Instagram stuff. And sometimes I'll be at work and I just be having a horrible ass day and I go on and see who he fucking with. And that shit is just brighten up my day.
Yeah.
And I just start laughing. But he's the king of petty, man.
No, he really is.
He's something. Who else got beef? Who else doing some dumb shit right now?
But that Takashi guy is.
Well, yeah, he's always.
So the feds came to his home apparently. Looked into his home, and I don't know if he's going back home. He decided not to live at his house anymore.
Well, he was living in the hood still.
He was here.
Like, I don't know, that kid, there's just, man, I feel like he's one of those people, like, he's just trying too hard to, like, show off in front of his friends, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, dude, he makes shitty music.
Yeah.
He's made millions of dollars off of shitty music
Off of shitty music.
because kids like to listen to his shit.
Kids ain't got no taste.
It's like, man, at that point I would have been like, yo, just take your winnings and leave the table. You know, it's like he says, right? You got to know when to fold them.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, just fold your cards and go live a good life.
Yeah, you'd made enough. Just invest it wisely.
Right.
You know.
All he's doing now is like, basically he's ruffling feathers where you don't need to ruffle feathers. So yeah, I don't know.
It showed Machine Gun Kelly with his beef with Eminem, and it showed him, you know, his little flow and everything, and then it showed Eminem talking his rap when he talked shit back to Machine Gun Kelly, and then it switches over to Takashi. He was trying to freestyle and talk shit about somebody, but dude, it was like me trying to rap. It was awful. And it was just to the point where the people that was showing it just kind of looked at each other and was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Exactly.
He just couldn't you know. And behind him was a picture of him. He's really full of himself. He had on like a rainbow fur coat and shit and had his little hair done and everything. It's a picture. I mean, dude, you can walk on my house right now. I ain't got no pictures of myself. I think maybe my wedding picture. But he's just really so full of himself that he think like the old people say, your shit don't stink.
Right.
They done pumped up that little kid's head with something, and he's talking shit to the wrong people. He's talking shit that he ain't gonna be able to back up. All that, I don't know. Is he still with his little crew? What they call it, Treyway?
Yeah,
what?
Treyway. I don't know if he's still rolling with them or not, because I think from the rumors was that they the ones that set him up to get kidnapped
Robbed him.
robbed him. And I'm just like,
And then they said that he went and got jewelry, the identical jewelry that was stolen, remade again,
so that nobody knows.
so it would
that.
look like, yeah, I got my shit back.
Yeah, whatever. Like, it sucks. Like, you know, we got, you know, like, there's so much like poverty in the world, and this is where the shit just, it
That's
just
where we are.
kind of drives me insane a little bit.
That's where we are.
I mean, dude, it's just
Yeah, I don't like talking on him just because I don't like giving that kid any kind of
Let's
like.
stop talking about it.
He just bothers me
it's
so
just
much.
so much to talk about with him, though.
I know, and that's the problem, right? Is that he has shit to talk about him. It's just the bottom line of it will always be like, but his music is just trash, and I don't like using that for people anymore. Like, I try not to, but like his music, I just think it's trashed.
Mm-hmm. What y'all think about Kanye West?
He no longer exists to me. He's out of my playlists. He's out of my mind. I pay no attention to that man anymore.
He is a huge letdown.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he can blame it on whatever the fuck he want to blame it on. What did he say he was on? Quaaludes or not Quaaludes? What was it? Some type of medicine. I don't give a fuck what it was. That motherfucker just is crazy.
Yep.
You know, the shit that comes out of his mouth, dude, is just you know how people say, you know, he can't do nothing to surprise me. This motherfucker has the way of just saying some shit to overdo the last dumb shit that he done said or done done. Mm-hmm. I mean, how can you really? Do you really have that many fans that's gonna still support you after you done went and rubbed shoulders with one of the most racist people in the world?
One of the most despicable people in the world.
You know, dude, that's like fucking and I don't want to offend nobody, but that's like a fucking person that went through the Holocaust, putting a picture of Hitler up in their house, being like, "Hey, it's all good. This my buddy." A little altar in their house, you know.
And getting a swastika.
Yeah, getting a swastika fucking tattoo or something, you know.
Like, I know you're supposed to, and I know if I was talking to my brother right now, he'd be like, "You have to separate the personal from the business." And it's like, at some point, it's hard to do that when you're like...
He's a walking brand.
I mean, he is.
He's a brand, you know? When you're a brand, I don't think you're... Right, dog?
Yeah, this some good weed.
I think when you reach that level of fame, you're a brand. You're a household brand. You say Kanye West, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the friend down the street.
And that's the thing that sucks though too, is like
he's trying to run a business.
Yeah, but what you said, like, that kind of like rings in my head, because you're like, when you say Kanye West, the first thing that pops into your head is no longer artist,
good
producer,
music.
Good music. The first thing that pops into your head is idiot, dumb, like talking out of his ass, like.
By the way, his name is no longer Kanye West. It's Yee.
Right, it's
Yee.
No, I will. His mama named him Kanye. I'm gonna call him Kanye.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That motherfucker named Kanye.
He's even trying to rebrand because, you know.
But that's the thing, is like, look, the thing that sucks is that he pumped so much gas that no one will ever talk about how good of the music he made was. They'll just talk about all the stupidity and bad mistakes that he's making right now. You know, like, I saw a picture the other day where it said Kanye West doesn't support black people, or doesn't like black people, or something like that. And it reminded me of when he said that about George Bush. And it's like,
on the MTV when he was with Mike Myers and shit.
And
you see how Mike Myers looked at him? Mike Myers was like, "What the fuck?"
And now everybody, whenever Kanye West is talking, is looking just like how Mike Myers was looking. Like, really, you're
Kanye
talking?
West don't like black people.
Like, please don't speak for me, Kanye West. Like, that's
man. You know, I honestly think he likes the controversy. He likes the limelight. He likes, you know. I mean, look at the family he married into.
Right.
You know, they trying to say how successful, you know, that family's successful, this and that. They got their, we all know how they got their fame.
Right.
One, their daddy, True, had something to do with the O.J. Simpson case. But what was more popular than that was that damn video with Kim and Ray J.
Like, the thing, too, is, like, their dad didn't want any spotlight.
Exactly. He was just an attorney.
He wanted it, like, unfortunately, his best friend at the time happened to be O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
Like, we all know what happened with that. But it was like,
you know, O.J. innocent.
I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with you on that.
I'm gonna disagree with myself too. That motherfucker did it.
I'm gonna disagree with that. I don't know how that motherfucker got off,
man, dude.
But you want to talk about? I don't, man.
Hey,
I don't know how he got off. Johnny Cochran is a fucking genius, but
I know how. It's L.A., man. Anything's possible in L.A.
If you got the money.
But the thing is, he didn't pay anybody. He never paid. Like, I think Robert Shapiro said he still owed money.
But he got, like, he had notoriety. He was like a big...
Right. He got, I think he did a couple, Robert Shapiro did Puff Daddy's trial. or something like that. I forgot who.
Oh, when he was up for that attempted murder shit.
Or maybe it was Johnny Cochran still. I don't
Was that
remember.
when they found that gun when he was in that club.
When Shine shot up in the club.
Oh yeah.
He was with J-Lo back then,
Right,
wasn't
right.
Him, J-Lo, and Shine got away in the limo.
he? And Sean ended up taking the heat for the shit.
Yep.
Sean got deported.
Yeah, he's in.
They sent his back. What was he, Haitian or what was it? What was he?
He was Jamaican.
He was Jamaican?
Yeah, but
I know they sent his ass back to wherever he came from.
I think he's living in the Middle East now. The last time I followed Shine, he was living in Dubai.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was living in.
He didn't pick a cheap place to go live.
If you want to live in the desert, I guess.
But Sean has skills too, though. Sean could rhyme.
Yeah, he was. He had. He kind of gave us that Biggie feel because of his deep voice and stuff like that. But it sucks. Like,
Remember he did the album from jail.
yeah,
But man,
but yeah, I don't know. It's just some.
What about the? Did you guys get to look at some of the listings I sent you?
I ain't gonna lie to you, Frank.
For real? Man, points off. Joe Budden basically was saying that he ain't gonna come out of retirement to explain himself or try to like go against Eminem's, putting him on blast.
Because he'll lose. I think.
What's that?
Joe Budden is a very technical rapper, and he said that a lot about. He's like, I'm not coming out of retirement for this. I'm not coming out of retirement for that. I guess at some point you're just kind of like, for what? He's got his own podcast. He's got his own. He's already got a voice out there.
Yeah.
So it's like he doesn't need to really put out a. What's putting out a rhyme gonna do for him?
Right.
He can just talk
He's
about
already
it.
established. He's, I like Joe Budden a lot. Got a lot
Never-
of respect for him, but I'm in agreement with you. If he was to go up against Eminem, it'd be a wrap.
Yeah.
It would be a wrap. But you know what? He be saying a lot of shit. I was watching one of his interviews. He was interviewing somebody, and he be saying a lot of shit about people, about different artists. And some of his stuff is on point,
Right.
but a lot too that he says is just I can't agree with, because he gets too, like you say, he's very technical.
Right.
He dig too damn deep into it. I mean, he just gets the shit and tries to break it down by each molecule and each atom. And I'm just kind of like, man, give the kid a break. Fuck.
Yeah, I think it's like more of he's trying to prove to him to us that he knows everything about the music, and it's like at some point I don't even know like if I want to listen to his opinion on stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like that's the difference, I guess. Is like
I got some weed Hennessy in there. You want some of that? I'm probably gonna have me a sip of some weed Hennessy. Yeah, it's Hennessy that I bake the weed first, and then I infuse it with the Hennessy, and then you drink. Yeah, oh yeah, it'll fuck you up. It's like drinking drinking your weed. Yeah.
some weedacy.
Service him?
You got to make sure you
No, I can get it. Go ahead.
make sure you patent it first.
Oh shit, man! There's so many guys out there right now. I got a dude in St. Louis. He's doing some shit with Patron, Hennessy. He even got some wines infused with marijuana. I mean, he's doing. But the thing is, it's kind of fucked up because he wants to get it in the clubs, but
The liquor, weed.
you have to have a license for. There's no such thing as a liquor and weed license.
Right.
So you kind of stuck. So the only thing he can really do is just sell that shit on the black market. But dude, it's just a little drop of it will have you like. You probably wouldn't be an alcoholic no more because you'll be just so fucked up. You'll just be like, oh, I just need one drink today. That's it. But shit. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I think Joe Budden is entering a new show. I forget what the name of the show is, but
Is
it's
it
basically
the
on
culture? The something culture.
that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's because he was saying that he's so knowledgeable of the culture that he can break it down. That's what
culture of the
the hip hop culture, yeah, hip hop rap culture.
So
So
he's saying that's what his right is to be able to talk shit.
Right.
that he would be the right person to break down
See, you only gotta drink a little tiny bit and you be all fucked up. Salute.
Well, I just feel like the current times, we've reached a level of everyone has a platform these days. You know, the other day I was talking about this, I forget with who, but it used to be that, you would go to the store and check out, right? And what you would see on the left side next to the candy would be the tabloids.
Mm-hmm.
The ridiculous shit that is,
Right.
I don't want to say fake, but it's not real.
Aliens discovered in the White House.
Right, exactly.
Right.
You know, shit like that. But now all that shit is spilling right into your news. What you read, what's in front of you.
Right.
So everybody has taken a page, including the president, has taken a page out of that shit and go, you know what? I have a platform now. All I gotta go do is go get a YouTube, some fucking place where I can talk and talk my shit.
Dude, look
I
at.
don't know. I feel like. What do you think? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean you're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. I mean, look at that white chick. What was her name? Tommy something.
Tommy Lauren.
Tommy. She's a fine little white girl, but she's fucked up in the head. But look at her. All the shit she be talking, dude. She don't even have to say the word, and you can look at her and know that she can probably say the N word better than anybody in the whole wide world.
She's probably said it better than
Oh, I'm sure she probably had.
Oh, I know who you're
But
talking about now.
but a little blonde skinny
Yeah,
chick.
yeah.
But people was feeding up. People was fucking pissed off when she was taken off the air, and because she had a following of a whole bunch of senseless, mindless idiots that believe the same shit that she believes.
Yep.
And it's like that anything. I could be talking fucking micro science and all type of shit, intelligent shit that I know nothing about. But it's a platform out there that'd be willing to be like, oh yeah, let's listen to Chris. He know what he's talking about. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but it's people out there that's willing to to listen.
Yeah.
And they feed off of that shit.
They do.
Feed off of negativity.
I mean, I personally feel like if I were an artist and I'm talking shit and I'm talking about legitimate shit, right? It's shit what I'm talking about. I feel like it's irresponsible of me
Right.
as a fucking artist to be talking shit. I mean, but I've seen that now. We were talking about 50, and there's others out there who, they're like, this shit moves crowds. I have a following, and like you said, someone out there willing to listen to that.
People would feed. I mean, it's. I see. I follow Bosco.
Oh yeah.
Bosco 100. Actually, I like the cat, not because of your blood, but I like the cat a lot. And I watch him. He do his little things on Instagram, his little films, and he be talking his live feeds, and it'd be people down below. He could be talking about how he just stepped in a pile of dog shit, and it'll be people down below. Oh my God, that's so cool. Oh my God, this and that and that,
Right.
And they just follow that shit, and it's not because of what's coming out of his mouth. It's just because of who that person is.
Right.
It's just amazing because the people who start these beefs and these controversies, they know that they got a gang of sheep out there that's just gonna feed and just gonna take sides and just gonna build it up to more than what it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, without the people that like the drama and the dumb shit, would there really be a Takashi 6ix9ine?
No.
No.
Exactly.
He would be irrelevant.
He would be irrelevant.
Yeah. I mean, case in point, we're talking about case in point, at the top of the ladder in the U.S., right? What just happened. This Trump follower, right, goes to every rally.
He was gonna make America great
He
again.
loves the guy so much that wraps his truck with all this bullshit. Target, and yeah, maybe the president didn't mean for somebody to step in and do what he's proclaiming that people should be doing, which is follow me, hate this, hate that. These people are wrong. So someone out there unhinged will do some bullshit, on his behalf, which is what
A
can
sheep.
happen which is what can happen with rappers too. You know.
You know, it's you remember that Eminem song? Was it Stan?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at that cat. That cat wanted to be, even though it's just a song, but in reality, it's really true. You know, the cat was just so engrossed with Eminem, and you know, he ended up throwing his girl in the trunk at the end. She was pregnant and all that. You know, just an obsessive fan that was willing to do whatever and whenever to just get that attention from that person, or to show that person how much he or she admires him. And it's a lot of people. It's really scary because I know where I live at. I mean, we gotta admit, this ain't the most mixed neighborhood.
Oh, not at all.
You know, and I know probably the majority of my neighbors probably voted for Trump. And it's a little scary because these are the same people that I'm talking to every day when I go out and get my mail, or just, you know, come home from work. They'd be like, hey, how was your day? You know, this and that. And knowing as soon as I come in the garage and shut it, you know, that motherfucker probably gonna go up in the house and get high. Mm-hmm. You know, that N-word. I'm trying to stop saying it because I've been saying that a lot. I've been calling everybody the N-word. But it's difficult at times because you look at them and be like, damn, they just look like a normal person. But, you know, on the inside, they got all that hate built up. When I first moved here, dude, I can remember being in front. I may have told y'all this before. I was in front of the house in some slippers, some sweats, and a robe watering the grass. Cops drove by and stopped and said, you know, what are you doing? Me, smart mouth. I'm like, what the fuck it look like I'm doing? I'm watering my lawn. Do you live here? And I was like, no, I just walk around in my pajamas and shit and water everybody's grasses, just pick them out. And he was like, don't get smart. But, you know, I don't fit in my neighborhood. But, oh, well, I ain't going nowhere. I'm here now. But I still that's kind of feeling about with my neighbors, you know. What do they see? Do they just see a dude that work hard? Or do they see a dude that just come home every day and get stoned in his garage? Because I know all of them smell it, but I don't really give a shit. And, you know, I told y'all about the cat. We were talking about guns, and he was like, oh, does yours have serial numbers? And I looked at him like, huh? I didn't catch it. And then after I came back in the house, I was like, oh, this motherfucker trying to say all my shit is illegal, or, you know. Yeah. So I didn't, you just consider the source.
Yeah.
You know, because he don't want to see the guns that ain't got no serial numbers on them.
Yeah. Well, and going back to this beefs, I think that the beefs, as comical as sometimes they can be, it might hit someone the wrong way. Someone who's not right in the head and go, you know what? Nobody should talk shit about Eminem like that. I'm gonna take it upon my own hands. You know.
What if? remember, LL and Cannabis was going at it.
Yep.
Cannabis said, and it was a whole mix-up type of shit, because I think Cannabis was really trying to give LL props, but LL took it a different way. But Cannabis said something about, you know, taking the mic off of, you know, LL got that microphone tattoo, and LL came back and said some shit to him about, you know, taking the mic, you know. What if there was a fan out there, a Cannabis fan, that actually went out there and cut off LL's arm?
Right.
And said, here you go, Cannabis. Take, you know.
Is that what you wanted?
Here you go. I'm so loyal. Here go LL's arm.
Yeah.
But
that's the shit you see in the movies, you know.
But there's some crazy ass people out there that probably would do that.
Yep.
It's we live in a fucked up world.
It's crazy.
And that concludes another episode of Cigars and Hip Hop. See you next time.